Hello everyone, welcome again to my channel. Today, I hope everyone is keeping very well and thank you for always stopping by. So today I'm going to treat the part 2 of the video I posted last week. If you have not watched it, please go and watch. I was talking about the lady who got married to a guy that had nothing, and she helped to make him something, and they got married. She brought him out of the village to the city and they got married. Just 2 years after marriage, no child, yeah, just 2 years. The mother and her daughter the mother of the husband and the husband's sister, they planned to bring a girl who claimed to be the sister-in-law's girlfriend. They came on vacation without this wife knowing. The husband had an intimacy with the lady, and she called after 3 months to say she is pregnant for the guy. Sorry guys. And the guy wasn't the lady wasn't aware. She never knew that the lady that came to her house for holiday with her sister-in-law had an intimacy with her husband, which later turned to a pregnancy. So now the mother and the sister-in-law packaged the lady and brought to the city in her own house, the place she rented with her money, and brought her husband out of the village to the city, right? So the lady took over her home. So in that first video I posted, she asked, should she leave or stay with them? Many advices were saying she should leave, and she left. So this is the part 2. I thought it was going to end in part 2, but no, it's not ending here, because stories are still unfolding. Things are still unfolding. What happened when she actually left for a place of her sanity, right? So the husband welcomed the pregnant woman. So he accepted. He mistakenly had an intimacy with her, and they never knew it was going to result to pregnancy. Meanwhile, it was a planned work, right? Now she left home for the lady. So, and like I said, the mother-in-law, if you had not watched the part 1, please go and watch. And the mother-in-law stayed with her to make sure that this first wife never did anything funny. She stayed to make sure that this one that is pregnant for her son stays, that nothing happens to her, that nobody does anything to her, right? So the legally married wife left. Now, the mother-in-law that planned with her daughter to bring the daughter's friend for the son to get married to her is now facing the shaggy Banza Pro Max, because I said she stayed. So now the pregnant lady is now exhibiting her true character. She is showing the true her. Do you know how it started? When the first wife left, she said, yes, I have come to stay. According to what she was trying to imitate one actress saying, darkness has come. Light has come, darkness has left. Fine. They allowed her stay. So now she is telling the mother-in-law, now is the one complaining. She's like, I don't know what I have done to myself. How do I right the wrong? This particular wrong, it is impossible to right. Right? Yes, I'm saying it. This particular wrong. Sometimes think before you act. There are some acts that cannot be retracted. Yes. No matter how hard you try, no matter how prayerful you become, there are some acts that cannot be retracted. This is why you have to think very well before you act. So now she is asking, how can she right the wrong? She is not the one seeking for solution, not the first wife. The first wife is still where she is, praying for her God to just take care of the situation. She decided to, at least we are telling her to live your life, be free, be happy. What's going on there? Sorry guys. Be free, be happy, So she is trying to, because it's not easy. A man you've lived your life with, you built with, you spent on, to make sure you people are together happily, right? That nobody notices the loopholes of him being empty. You fill that gap with your possible best, as one has come to take it like on a platter of gold. It is not easy to just move on like that, but she is trying her best to, right? Now, it is the mother-in-law complaining. The lady she brought in is showing her sekebanza. She started by saying, Mama, you know I am pregnant. So I don't want to get to kitchen. I can't cook. I can't do home chores. if you can help to do them, otherwise you get me a maid. Let me tell you something. You see, you don't shame people over something God is yet to bless them with. Because when you bring in someone, impose someone in their situation, because that person has that blessing already, the person will use it against you. I don't know where you get this, but I don't know the way to explain it. Right? This is a situation where you know, in every family where there is a wife there, finding it difficult to conceive. If anyone peradventure comes in and conceives, you know how they behave. Just like, hey, you know I'm pregnant, so I can't do this. You know I'm pregnant, so who will do this? You know I'm pregnant, therefore I need this. The school clothes here has gone on break. You can hear their bell. I don't want that to distract me or disturb, right? So that is what happens. You know I'm pregnant, I can't fetch water. You know I'm pregnant. So because had it been she came in just like a normal way of getting married, the rightful way of getting married, she got married to this guy. Maybe the guy never had any wife in, and she got married and got pregnant. That'd be like a normal thing. Who get married and get pregnant. But this one, for the fact that she came in there and met someone that has not conceived, and seeing the word, the mother-in-law, the sister-in-law were pushing it for someone else to come and conceive for their son and brother, now made her feel so proud and want to use them, use that situation against them. And it's good for them. Mama is like, no, you're still fresh, a young girl, why can't you? He said, no, Mama, you know I'm pregnant. Doctor says I shouldn't be doing this. Doctor says I shouldn't be doing that. Doctor says, So even the husband is complaining. The man will go and come back. Everywhere is littered, everywhere is soiled up, everywhere is messed up. Nobody's tidying anything. What the wife, regular married wife, was doing without complaining. And this husband never noticed there were work being done in the house, because before he goes and comes back, the woman was working, doing her own business. Right, the first legally married wife doing her own business. She was still doing everything and made it look like no work to be done in the house. But now the loophole is obvious. The husband is noticing that there are chores to do in that house. What happens? Where are all these things coming from? Those things were there, but the legally married wife was taking care of all those things without complaining or asking for help. Now this one is now leaving those things there undone, seeking for help, or the mother-in-law that has stayed should be doing because she is pregnant, which the first wife never got. So the mother-in-law is complaining. She's asking, what does she do? So are you going to advise her on what she's going to do? Meanwhile, the son hasn't spoken yet. Like I said, I will be carrying you guys along on this case until we see the end. And the pregnant one says she has come to stay, that no one will send her out of her husband's house because she is pregnant. Right? So it's now a threat. She's using it as a threat. And the husband, especially the mother-in-law that stays with her from morning to night, as the woman doesn't have a job, you brought someone to take over another person's marriage, and you left your house to stay with her to make sure nobody sends her away. So do the job. That's my advice. She's asking, what does she do? So my advice is that she should do the job. Since the wife is pregnant, so, and there's no maid in the house, so she automatically becomes the maid of the house. Don't play any age card here. Don't come and say I should respect. She is the mother-in-law. No, there is nothing like respect here. Do you understand? No age card here. No respect here. Nobody cares about position here. So the only thing I care about here now is she should do the job. She should do the job of the housemaid. The woman she brought is pregnant and can't do some things. So what do you advise her? Like I said, my advice is the mother-in-law should be the one to be doing the chores, since the pregnant wife she brought for her son can't do them. So give her your own advice on the comment section. She is here to read from you. And I'll see you guys again on the third episode. Stay tuned. Go nowhere. It is becoming more interesting rather, as the story unfolds every day. It's becoming like a drama, right? See you on episode 3.